Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tyler here, back once again with an album reaction. This time to Ed Sheeran's new album, Equals. That, I mean, it doesn't drop for another 40 minutes here, but an hour. Well, it would have dropped 20 minutes ago in different time zones. So here we are at 11:20 on the Thursday evening, the 28th of October. Equals. We're going to have our first listen. I'm going to react to it in order, obviously, of the tracks. I've been very excited for this. I always love a new Ed Sheeran album. Thoroughly enjoy it. Though I haven't loved the singles this time around. Usually, all my favorite songs on an Ed Sheeran album are within the album. Those deeper cuts, you know, if it says anything about me. My favorite Ed Sheeran songs are like in Divide, it's Hard Stone Break Round Here. In Multiply, it's Tenerife Sea. Those I love the acoustic, the slow songs, lyrically, just the way Ed writes those sorts of vivid, paint you a picture type songs, and you know those emotional ones. Love it. I think he's a phenomenal songwriter. Whereas I'm not into the synthy, Bad Habits dance music. One of my least favorite Ed songs, to be honest. I don't expect Equals to be on the Divide level. Maybe not even on the Plus level. Maybe Multiply. Still great. Still high level. I've listened to the shorts, all those previews. I've got some songs that I'm very looking forward to hearing the full thing of. But again, you can't judge any of these songs on 10-15 seconds of it. So we're here, and we're going to crack right into it, to be honest. First listen, properly, fully through to Ed Sheeran's Equals. Here we go. First song is called Tides. It's like Eraser was the opening song to Divide. It's not that, obviously Eraser was like a more hip-hoppy, I mean, it's him doing a bit of an acoustic flow rap. But the lyrics are like all his emotions, letting out what's happened since the last album. And he's literally listing off all these things that have happened, becoming a dad and everything, all these different feelings. He's catching us up on what he's gone through. That's cool. I love that. It's like a recap. Oh, I like it a lot. Great album opener to just pump you right into it. Like a really... Love the flow of the lyrics. Whoa. Whoa. All the layered vocals and echoes in that, and just drop down from this loud, the way the acoustic was recorded, like such a filled the space, and now you just drop back into these vocal harmonies. Life is changing. Wow. This is such an interesting way to open an album. Oh, there's some really great lyric work in this song. Oh my god, I can't wait for the re-listen. It feels like it's building to this huge thing, like some like teen anthem. But it just, I love that it does that. It just pulls back. When I listened to the preview for this, I was like, I don't know. It was 10 seconds. But the way it's structured, it fits together. Oh, and now it's combining those harmony lyrics and the noise of the acoustic. Oh, this is really, really good. Honestly, I was so worried about this album. I was so worried. I was like, man, these are Shivers and Bad Habits aren't it in terms of singles to me. I just wasn't feeling them. Felt Shivers a little more than I felt Bad Habits, but didn't feel either of them. Not for me. And I'd heard a bit of like Overpass Graffiti and stuff, and I was like, okay, this there's going to be obviously this songs I like on this, but then I listened to the previews, and I don't know, there's only like 2 that I'm like, oh, I'm definitely going to like these, and the others, I don't know, I need to listen to the whole songs. That actually blew me away, that opener. I just didn't expect it, and it felt like Ed Sheeran, but it also felt like something totally new and refreshing. Which is what you want. You want something new, but you still want it to feel like, oh, this is the artist I know. And he's evolving. And Bad Habits and Shivers didn't feel like that. They felt like he's doing what's popular. It didn't feel like him authentically. And this feels like that felt authentic. And that's what I love about Ed Sheeran. I think he's authentic. That's a great song. That's a great way to open an album. That's a really good way to open an album. Okay. That's... When you first listen to Divide, I can remember the first time like sitting in bed and having that album going. That's one of my favorite albums. I think it's such a fucking work of art. And I remember thinking, man, I can't wait till you always get excited for that next album. You're like, fuck, that was a great album. But that experience of listening to any album for the first time is so cool. So I'm really just going to enjoy this moment. But I'm like, you think to yourself, I wonder what that evolution will be. And Tides, that really felt like, wow, that's the evolution. Whereas I hadn't felt that yet. Shivers is next, and I want to give a bit of a listen to the sounds and some of the lyrics of these songs that are already released, including Bad Habits, Visiting Hours, so I flow and I'm properly listening to the whole album on some level in order. Because Ed Sheeran said, I read that he's like, I don't care how you listen to it, the second time, third time, or any other time, but the first time, please listen to it in order. So yeah, I could skip all those singles, but they're part of the album. Let's just listen to at least a bit of them. So Shivers is next, obviously. I'm sure we've all heard this in our Uber, or on the radio, or on every shared Spotify playlist. There's something about these lyrics that I think are a bit, maybe a little cheesy. And cheesy's fine. Cheesy's fine. But they didn't quite feel like, musically don't feel authentic to Ed, but even lyrically, I'm just like, this, I feel like you didn't believe in this. Surely this was just fun to sing. And you're like, this is a cool song. Did you mean any of it? Hey, look, it's catchy. It's a catchy song. It's a pop song. It's a single. It's what it is. I don't hate it. I don't hate Shivers. It's just fine. Shivers is just fine at the end of the day. Shivers is just fine. Song I'm very much looking forward to hearing for the first time, though, is First Times. The preview was really nice. I've heard a live rendition that he played of it a while ago. A couple of months ago, maybe. It feels like classic Ed, him and an acoustic guitar. Talking about all the, the many more first times that had come with him and his wife. So, okay, let's go. Let's do it. Exactly what you want. This is just, you need these songs on Ed Sheeran albums. You have to have them. Playing Wembley, 80,000, cleared out the room, grabbed a couple beers, just me and you. Life can make a man, little moments pass us by. Oh, but he literally, lyrically brings us into the room that he then sonically makes you feel like it's just you and him that he's playing the song to you in. Like, he's talking about playing in a stadium in front of 80,000 people, which is just something you can't relate to as a listener. You're like, cool, bro. How am I supposed to relate to what you're saying? But then breaks it down as this dream that he's had. And we all have them. We all have dreams. We all have things we imagine that we want to do. And this is a guy that's got to live it. But then he talks about the thing that made him feel the best is getting off stage, getting away from those 80,000 people, going in a room where it's just you and him and his wife. But as a listener, it's you and him. He brings you into that room lyrically by telling you, I'm in this room with you, couple beers. and then he's playing that to you, and you're like, oh, it's fucking sort of it's genius. It's fucking genius. And that bass that comes in there, piano as well. Oh, the vocals are so soft. Oh, that bass guitar line they've added now is really nice. That's really filling out the room now. Some strings? Fuck you, dude. Tempo's been picked up. Oh, they keep adding all these elements. Make a million more first times. Whoa, dude. That's what I'm talking about, Ed. Back to just you and him. What the fuck are we doing? That was incredible. That was incredible. We're 3 songs in, but really only 2 new songs in, and this is what I'm talking about. This is why I'm like, yeah, whatever with the singles, like, look at Multiply, yeah, don't. And sing, hey, fine songs, good songs, in fact. But it's the rest of the album that crushes. Same with Divide. To be fair, Castle on the Hill crushes to me. But Shape of You, I mean, it's obviously a massive hit, but it's all the other songs that crush. So the 2 singles, I didn't like them. Not for me. But I knew the album, or I hoped the album would crush. But I just got this weird skepticism. That I was like, oh, maybe it won't. But 2 songs. First Time's that crushed. Lyrically. Sonically, like musically, crushed. Bad Habits is next though. maybe my least favourite Ed Sheeran song of all time. All-time worst song from Ed Sheeran. But it's just... Maybe it's not, I don't know. It's just not for me. I'm not a fucking dance music guy at all. Like, I don't mind this part. I'm like, okay, bit interesting. Like, it's a very nice flow. It's catchy, and I really like his vocal work as well in Bad Habits. Really like his vocal work. Hey, look, this is catchy. I might actually like this better than Shivers now that I'm re-listening to it. I haven't listened to it in a while. It is really catchy, to be fair. This might be the best listen I've ever had of this song, in fairness. I'm actually enjoying this way more than I remembered. Because now I'm not just looking at it as this single that's out. I'm actually thinking about it in the flow of the album. And I think that's actually improving it. You're like, okay, yeah, we're doing a few different things. We're jumping. It's important it's why albums are important. It's why I much prefer albums than singles. Because it's about telling a story on so many levels that music can. In the artist story they're trying to tell, musically, lyrically, but also how then the audience member can interpret it and put it to their own lives. It's a unique experience that no other medium has. It's just music. Ooh. Yeah, his vocal work fucks so hard on this song. That's my favourite listen to Bad Habits, I gotta say. It's my favourite listen to Bad Habits. Very good. That was good. Next song is Overpass Graffiti, which is a song I've really been looking forward to hearing the proper version of. I've heard the live version a bunch of times. I thought when he played it acoustic, there's a YouTube video out there, and I just was pumped about it. I thought the lyrics were fantastic. Really felt like a classic Ed song. But then I heard the preview and I'm like, oh, it's very poppy. It's a lot more up-tempo poppy than the acoustic version he played. So I'm like, I'm not actually sure I'm going to like this song as much as I thought or hoped I would like this song. But I know lyrically it's fantastic. But musically, we're about to find out. Let's go. Overpass Graffiti. It belongs on Sob Rock already. It feels like an 80s song. This is a fucking 80s song. Call John Mayer up. I feel like I'm in a disco. Especially with the reverb on his vocals. It does flow well after Bad Habits. It's like this vocals they almost mix with like ripping an electric guitar with lots of effects on it. Like this screech, guitar screech. I like it. This is an up-tempo 80s disco song. What the fuck? I'll tell you what, he's going to do an acoustic version of this song and release it, and it's going to be fucking amazing. And I don't know that I don't think this is amazing. I really like this. I just think it's going to get these lyrics to stand out more because the lyrics of this song are fucking awesome. And I love this musically, and it's a unique sound, but I feel like this song can also fit as its own classic Ed acoustic song. And I want to hear both versions. I'm not sure that one's better than the other. I'm just saying they're different. He's really changed the way this song is with the music he's done and the sound and the direction. More the direction than I'd say the music, because the direction he's taken in it could be a very contemporary modern acoustic breakup song. But he's tempoed the fuck out of it, up-tempoed the fuck out of it, and it's a disco sob song. It's a sob rock song. and I love it, to be honest with you. The reverb, the layering of the vocals. I love the effects. It's like this guitar screech. Ooh. This would be a fun song to listen to live, I reckon. Oh, holy shit. Oh, those layers. All those vocal layers. Wow. Whoa. Fuck. That was really good too. I really liked that. It felt like a fucking sob rock song. Like musically. This album's interesting. It's so interesting. Like it feels like it feels like an Ed Sheeran album, thank God. But in the way that you want, where it's like it's him now, he's evolving, but not in a way of like, I'm growing out of who I was. It's just like, no, you're going down a road and he's following the path. I don't think he's diverted. He's just trying a lot of great sounds, and the album has its own identity while still being him, and it's fucking interesting. That's a great song. Good After Bad Habits, where it's, you know, it's that dance number, but this is that. It's a bit of rock, bit of 80s rock, bit of 80s pop, bit of disco, with some Ed Sheeran lyrics in it. I don't know. It was really well produced. Really well produced. The next song is called The Joker and the Queen. It's a crazy thing. A piano ballad. I showed you my hand and you still let me win. The Queen. Oh, fuck. I was upside down from the outside in. That guitar's coming at a great time. Coming at a really good time. It sounds like a Beatles song, like it could have existed in the 60s or 70s. Like a John Lennon. the strings in there. This dead set is starting to have the from the piano, but now all the strings coming in. It's like a fucking. It feels like a song from a long time ago. It feels like a Beatles, a Billy Joel type, like classic song that I've heard before. It's like it's existed. It actually feels like it's a song that's existed, like a cover. Feels like it's a song from a classic movie. Whoa! This is weirdly like deja vu, nostalgic. There's so many, and that felt nostalgic. Like I feel like I had so many memories I was thinking of while listening to it. Like I'd seen this old movie with this song in it before. I started thinking about Christmas then, like the way the piano's going. I was like, a winter Christmas, like a winter's night. Not that I know what that's like in Australia, but you know, like a Christmas movie. I don't know. That was something. That was something special. That's one that's going to be timeless, I reckon. If you're an Ed Sheeran fan, I don't think this is going to be a single or get out anywhere that the mainstream's going to hear. But if you're an Ed Sheeran fan and you know this song, it's one you're going to listen to a lot and for a long time. It's that one that's going to, you know, maybe not thinking about, but when it comes on, you're never going to skip it. You're like, oh shit, yeah, I could definitely listen to The Joker and the Queen right now. We just had some hectic songs, and that's really, you know, let's take a break type thing. In a good way. In a great way, in fact. Okay. Far out. Next, Leave Your Life. If I forget to say goodbye before I catch the plane. Oh, I love this. Is he like beatboxing in the background? Great flow. Yes. Yes. Oh, the vocal work in this. The beat is strong as fuck, and I love that. Oh, the guitar. Holy shit, this song is maybe my favorite so far. Holy shit. Oh, this is crushing. This is awesome. The flow of the lyrics and the song with this strong beat and all the different layers that he keeps pulling in and out, adding and changing. There's a great thread in this album. The way he's structuring the sounds and pulling things in and out and giving you a few different things, adding it all together and then pulling it back. Giving you everything, but not too much of anything. I love that. He's done it in so many of these songs. Oh my fucking god, this song's so good. Oh, and vocally. Incredible. Incredible. Leave Your Life. What a fucking amazing song that is. The first listen on any album, I always say it, it's not the best listen. It's where you like, if it's a great album, you're gonna get blown away straight away. But you love songs more the more you start to digest them and break them down and relate them to you or get into them. It's the seconds and the third listens. That's when it really shows you the level of which you know you're gonna like the songs long term. Incredible. Right, Collide is next. Some of these songs, they sound so old, like in the best way. They sound like very 70s, 80s inspired. I don't know. It's like a list of all these things he's done with his wife. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's really nice. It's a sweet song. This is really good. It's not the standout for me this time. Maybe it'll grow. But it's a really nice song. And it's a pleasant song to go to at this point of the album. Because I feel like I've been blown away the last couple of songs. And this is still really good. But not every song's going to just kick you in the dick. But this is still really good. It's very sweet. It's got a good tempo. And he's just lyrically really nice. Just painting these vivid pictures and memories. I love that it pulls back the percussion to let his vocals just shine through leading into the chorus. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep. You lost your wedding ring, but I didn't mind. 'Cause I got a feeling, baby, we'll be fine. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's a cool way to end it too. Oh, that was sweet. Lyrically, such a sweet song. Nice chorus. That was just a really nice song. Really nice song. I love that. I actually love that. Didn't need to blow my socks off. Plenty of songs have done that already. But it did something none of the other songs have sort of done. Just made me feel I just felt warm. I just felt warm listening to that. It felt really nice. Alright, Two Step is next. There we go. I was waiting for... Where's the rap? We always need at least one song with a rap in it. Yeah, I love a good Ed rap. Okay, I heard the snippet and he hadn't done the rap. It was just this chorus and it was very dance poppy, hip hoppy inspired chorus. I was like, yeah, whatever. Not a me thing. Not a me thing. Just not a me thing. But I love an Ed rap. I'm partisan to an Ed rap. Like I'm ordering a rap food. Like the food. I want an Ed rap. But I like the way it flows together. Fuck yeah. Fucking brilliant. This I could get down to. Oh, yeah, great. Great, I love it. There has to be one. There just has to be an Ed Sheeran rap song. Like the Take Me Back, the Eraser, the You Need Me, I Don't Need You. So different each album musically, the way he constructs it. But he's got a rap in it. That's all I know. Yeah, that was fucking sick. I was honestly expecting this to be my least favourite song that wasn't one of the singles. I just really was because of the preview. I was like, no, that's not it. Hey, fucking was it. That absolutely was it. An Ed Sheeran rap song. Has to happen. It happened. We all feel better about it now that it's happened. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Next song is Stop the Rain. This is one I definitely was like, oh, I'm looking forward to this. From the preview. Again, 15 seconds. Time will tell. A bunch of the previews I didn't like. Yet the songs have completely blown me away. So, let's go. Stop the Rain. Another human cloud to bring you down when you blew the last away. Bring out a poison tongue, a plastic crown. Great vocals, great bass line. Heavy, like, bassy song. I feel like this is play at a very specific nightclub. No, I like that a lot. I like that musical transition. I was a bit like, His vocal work on this album is fucking great. This may be his best vocal work on any of his albums, I've got to say. Really like the flow of it all. Why do I feel like this feels like a boy band song? Like, if Ed was in a boy band, this would be the single. This would be the single. That's I don't know. I don't know why I feel like that. That guitar bass line, really fast one. I like that. Oh, I like this. Outro is very good. Very good outro. Very good outro. Probably not a standout favorite at all. Of all the songs listening to the first time today, that's probably the bottom right now. But very good still. You know, it's a solid song, but probably not one that's gonna be on repeat or anything. I don't think. Stop the Rain. We've got 4 songs to go. One was Visiting Hours, a single. We will listen to that. But the next song is Love in Slow Motion. And of all the previews of the songs that came out this week, this has been the one I thought this is going to be my favourite song on the album. I don't know how it can be because a lot of these songs have blown me away with how good they are. Leave Your Life. Joker and the Queen. First Time's Tides. Like, very good. Overpass Graffiti, fantastic. Two-Step even. Like, Love in Slow Motion is going to be a classic Ed Sheeran song. And I love that. I'm excited about it. But as a whole package, will it beat all the others? I don't know. It'd be very hard to. Let's see. No, it's already my favourite. I just... Straight away. All the just... I feel so much already. I don't know. There's songs that do it to you. The uplifting song. How's he... The vocals and by far his best vocal work on all his albums. Like, he's just... The raw, like, powerful emotion that he's getting in the vocal work on this album. His best work. His best work vocally. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's done me good. Oh, it's just getting more. Oh! What was that? You're joking me. That's good. Well, that's my favorite. I thought it would be my favorite, and somehow it even exceeded, and the music, musically, exceeding my expectations. His vocal work is what's nailing these songs, though. His vocal work's actually crushing me, and that song just killed. I had high expectations for that song, and it beat it, and it's my favorite song on the album so far. First listen. We've got two new songs to go, but holy fuck. Okay. Visiting Hours, which we've heard. A beautiful song, gorgeous song, very sad song. Holy shit. Remember hearing Visiting Hours for the first time was the memorial of Michael Gudinski. Gudinski? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Michael Gudinski. A musical legend here in Australia. And they'd come into the memorial and that being everywhere, and he played this song that he wrote for him after he passed away, and like him getting into tears. And then I thought, wow, to me it was like, well, this is an Ed move, he writes a song with what's going on, and then he played at the memorial. I thought that would be the only time we ever heard the song. I didn't expect this to actually make the album. I'm so glad it did, because it's gorgeous. He's just emotionally nailing everything with his voice. It's just stupid good, the song. It's stupid good. Alright, second to last song, Sandman. From the preview, it sounded like a bit of probably a song for his daughter, about his daughter. Bit of a kid's like lullaby type. Like little kids' chimes and your xylophones and shit. That's what sort of sounded like from that 10-second preview. We'll see. Ukulele. I don't think it's a xylophone, but it's trying to sound like a xylophone. That's what it's supposed to be. You were loved before you had a right. But life will not always be. Oh my god. Fall into the world of your song. Now close your eyes. Oh, this is so sweet. Hanging out with the Sandman. Oh, this is so great. You look so sweet, love. Hanging out with the Sandman. Woo! It's getting me emotional. This is the one. This is the one. This is beautiful. Whatever you feel can never be wrong. Come along for the ride. Oh. Oh my god. Imagine being a kid and having this as your lullaby, but it's yours. Like, your dad wrote it for you. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's so sweet. Oh, I'm getting emotional. Oh no, don't do this to me, Ed. So sweet, my child. Hanging out with the Sandman. Hanging out with the Sandman. I don't know what to say. This has been a fucking experience, this album. Not many artists can do what Ed does, but he really it's a package, it's a story, it's a journey that he takes you on when you listen to these albums, start to finish, front to back, cover to cover. And this might be his best formation of an album yet. Impossible to say whether it's his best album. Way too soon, it's the first listen. And Divide's near impossible to beat, in my opinion. But in terms of the flow, this is outstanding. Though, then again, Divide is also outstanding in its ordering. and structure, but Ed just knows how to structure an album, that's for sure. And it felt like Divide was an album that was built to plus multiply divide. Like, it really built up to that sound. It felt like Ed just building to a big moment. And what Equals has done is like, no, it's not a building. We're on a train and we're just going stop to stop to stop. And this is the next stop on this awesome journey. It feels like we're just still going. We're rolling. One's not trying to outdo the other. It's just the next thing. It's the next stop. It's fucking phenomenal. It's got its own... Equals has its own identity while still feeling like Ed. And to wrap it up, Be Right Now. And Tides to this now. Like, Tides started off so just hitting us hard, bringing us in and out. Shivers and Bad Habits, both I thought were much better. The way they were listened to their first times just killed. Overpass Graffiti, Joke and the Queen. Wow. What an album. I've had such a great time. It sucks you only get to experience an album for the first time, one time. But it's why it's so special. And now that we're at the end, I'm like, oh. I mean, I'm keen. I'm like, yeah, let's just have this on repeat all night. But it's still like, damn. Now the furthest point in time between now and the next time I get to listen to an album for the first time of Ed. So here we go. Be Right Now. The last song on Equals. Right. It feels like the song of it feels like a credit song. Like, it feels like a last song where it's like, it's not trying to blow you away. You've seen the story. It feels like, it's like, hey, you've seen the story. You've just watched the movie. How do you feel? This is the song that's going to sort of capture all of that and roll the credits. Because I almost feel like I'm paying attention to the song while also not paying attention to the song. I'm almost digesting what I've just heard while hearing this. It's a closing credit song. Yeah. It's a beautiful, almost play out. It's not trying to blow you away or anything. It's just mellow. It's exactly what it needs to be. Yeah. Just some guitar in your voice, mate. That's it. Oh, all the harmonies. Oh, this is perfect. Just stay here and be right now. Wow. That was killer. That album was killer. That was fantastic. Blew me away from the start. Showed me 2 songs in after Tides and First Time. So I was like, well, it's already exceeded... it's already thrown away my worries of this album. It's so well produced. So well done lyrically, musically, sonically. There's some very key sounds that flows throughout this album. It's a real journey of, you know, all those life experiences, his fame, knowing what's important from, you know, you have all these big dreams, but ultimately what's the most important thing? And it comes back to who you are, your family, his wife, his having, you know, a child now, losing Michael, his close friend, like all those things, this new life lost, family, love, those important things. But then also the lessons are in there, the loss of that and the insecurities. It's a fucking real raw album. And I wasn't sure with what I'd heard from snippets musically. I was like, I don't know, it just feels a bit poppy, like he's gone with the trends. And I don't think that's true at all. I think he's exploring sounds, and he has a few sounds that he's definitely vibed with and gone for. And that's flowed throughout the album. But what's stood out that's given Equals its own identity, but what stood out is Ed's still the same raw, I am who I am guy. and vocally is just absolutely annihilated. And the way he knows how to produce music, in terms of its structure, in terms of playing with sounds and not giving you too much of anything or not too little of anything, and leaving you wanting more. It's unbelievable. If you want to hear my full review of this album, keep watching. I'm going to go to bed now. I'm going to spend tomorrow, I'm going to listen to the album a whole bunch of times. And then tomorrow night, I'll sit down and record my digested initial review and thoughts. And that'll be what comes next. So see you in a sec. So after, I guess, a day to listen to Equals a whole bunch of times through and digest the album, I thought, I said a review. It's not going to be like a review type thing. You've seen my reactions. I still feel the same way about the album. I love the album. There's songs I like more than others, and I thought I'll give you after a day to digest, a bit of a ranking or rating of where I'm at with the whole album overall. And there's probably 5 songs that I love and adore on this album, that are standouts that I'm going to listen to on repeat for a long, long, long time. I think they'll be classics to me. My favorite song on the album is Love in Slow Motion. Just feels like classic Ed, but in a way that he still manages to outdo himself in ways, and he still manages to make you nail sounds and reinvent himself and be like, yeah, I know this is what you expect from me, but also I'm still going to step it up and really hit you. And he just nails it in every way. And the standout through line of this whole album that I think is what he does best is his vocal work, and it's maybe the best on this song. The lyrics, the music, vocals, everything. I think Love in Slow Motion, it just hit me. It's the vibe to the song as well. It's the mood. It's a very uplifting song, and I love that. It's a really beautiful song. I think after that, Leave Your Life is my other favorite from the album. I think just got a great beat to it, great flow to it, and really just stood out lyrically and vocally for sure. Music's great. First Times, beautiful, beautiful song. My mother's a big Ed Sheeran fan, and she'll probably watch this video too. First, shout out to you, Mum. And I knew this would be her favourite. These are the sorts of songs she loves. And I texted her this morning going, have you listened to the new album yet? I reckon your favourite would be this one. And she replied, she goes, you know me so well, I love it. First Time's great song. Then it would be, I actually love Collide has really grown on me today. Collide really stood out because it's got a great flow and it's a bit of a more, in terms of the flow of the album, it sort of brings you back down because you have Leave Your Life and then you go Collide and it just sort of I don't know, it gives you almost a bit of a break, but listening to it much more today, I really got into the story and the sound of it, and the outro to it is fantastic. I just love the lyrical outro he gives, and the harmonies and the just punchiness to that is the best way I can describe it, I guess. And then Overpass Graffiti, I love the sort of 80s vibe to it, and it's a great breakup lyrical song. The chorus is so fantastic, and I look forward to an acoustic version of this song because I think lyrically it may be the strongest song on the album, but I don't think it got to stand out as much because musically it's making quite a statement in the album. But great, I love those are the 5 that stand outs. But what I still love, and from there, the Joker and the Queen, musically just very different Ed song. Feels like a classic type Beatles, Billy Joel style of song. Not what you'd expect from Ed, but it definitely grows on you. And musically, the strings and piano, it's really great. I love that. Tides is probably sits the same as it did when on the first listen. Still really enjoyed that. Two Steps, fun. It's not my type of music, but you love a good Ed rap in there. Stop the Rain, I thought I'd like a bit more than it did. It's sort of not really done much for me today. It's good. I like Stop the Rain, but maybe that's one for another time. Sandman, beautiful. That got me the most emotional of any of the songs on the album. It just, for me personally, of what it was about and musically and what it made me sort of think of, it just got me quite emotional. I didn't expect it to. but it did, and it's just beautiful. Visiting, not speaking of the singles, but Visiting Hours obviously is an amazing track as well, and that sits in the range of, the Sandman, Joker, the Queen, and that like really good songs to round out the album as well. Be Right Now, your Shivers, your Bad Habits are probably down the bottom for me. I mean, I think Bad Habits, I'm not surprised. Shivers and Bad Habits are my two least favourite songs of the album, the two singles, which usually they are with Ed Sheeran albums. I'm not a singles guy with the Ed songs. Be Right Now, not a standout, just really nice, good vibe. Like I said, like a credits style song. But overall, Equals, it's not Divide, and I never expected it to be Divide. It actually is better than what I was worried it might be. So Equals, I think, is really good. Love the album. Ed's done fantastic work. In terms of what he's done on this album, better than he's done on any album, it's his vocal work to me. Obviously, he plays with sounds he's never played with in this album and diversifies that more than he's ever done it, and I think he does a great job with it. I just think Divide's a near-perfect album, personally. And Plus is just pure, raw Ed Sheeran. Untamed Ed Sheeran is what Plus is. So, like, those two albums, I don't think you can ever... Well, you can't duplicate Plus, because it's just the most authentic album you might ever hear from a young artist who had so much to say. And Divide was just the build-up of a few things. And Equals is... and I don't get me wrong, I love Multiply. I just don't rate it as highly as Divide or Plus. And Equals probably sits in the Multiply range for me. I think it's a really fucking great album. Really great album. With some songs I'm going to love for a very, very long time. So, Ed, great fucking work. Not that you're watching this, but fucking great work. You've nailed it. Love it. I'm going to be listening to the shit out of this for a long time. Especially Love in Slow Motion. What a great song that is. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, for watching this video. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed my reactions. If you did, subscribe to the channel. And I'll certainly have more of these in coming weeks, months, and all that sort of stuff. So thank you, and I'll see you later.